Whew, okay, so 2021 is officially over, and it's about that time where all of your favorite YouTubers are going to come together and do their top 10 best films and top 10 worst films kind of lists. I really wanted to do something that was a little bit more personal to me. So for me, I find that I miss a lot of films throughout the year because there just isn't enough time to watch everything. So that being said, I'm going to go through a list on IMDb that has the top 100 films ranked from popularity. I'm going to go through the films that I didn't see, hopefully find some stuff that I'm a little bit more excited to check out, or kind of give a bit of a thoughts as to why I didn't actually check that one out. So let's get started. As we go through this list as well, guys, obviously it's not going to cover every single movie that came out, but if there's other ones that I don't talk about in the video that you think are definitely worth a watch, chuck them in the comments, let me know. I just want more and more stuff to watch so that this year can be my best movie year ever. So next up we have The Matrix Resurrections. Now this is one that I was admittedly not crazy excited for. I was pretty keen to see Keanu come back as Neo, but outside of that, there wasn't too much really drawing me to this film. And based on some early reviews and reactions and conversations with people who have seen the film, it looks like that was kind of warranted. From what I can hear, it seems like the film, and you can see here from the average rating of 5.7, like it's not a bad film, but it's also not that great. So this is probably something that I'm going to wait until it's available to stream before I really go and check it out. I was considering an IMAX release for it, but yeah, at the moment, kind of glad that I didn't. Then we move on to Encanto, and this is a film that I was really excited for, especially because Coco became my favorite Pixar film of all time, just based on the fact that I'm obsessed with animation. It's gorgeous, the music is incredible, and it ties in directly to like my Latin American heritage as well. So with this film, I was expecting to be sort of equally excited, but I kind of haven't really got on board with it just yet. I have seen some people talking about it on social media, and it looks like it was pretty exciting and actually a pretty decent film too. So definitely something that I'm a little bit more excited to go back and check out now, but unfortunately, I didn't catch it as it came out. I think it became available to stream on Christmas in Australia. So this is on the list pretty soon. Not too sure when I'm going to check it out though. Then being the Ricardos, and this is one that I didn't really look at any of the promotional material for, but I did see and went, okay, great writer-director and Aaron Sorkin, Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem, amazing as well, and of course J.K. Simmons. So this kind of ticks a lot of boxes for me for things that I wanted to watch, just didn't get around to. Reviews for it actually look pretty good as well, and I'm obsessed with this time period too. Everything's always just really pretty. So yeah, definitely want to check out. Next up is Licorice Pizza. Reviews for this one actually look pretty good. I haven't seen a trailer for it, and I don't know much of the cast, but let's check out the trailer.
Critics are saying it's a movie you can't help but fall in love with. It's spectacular, intoxicating, and thoroughly hilarious.
Is that Bradley Cooper? Yeah, it's Bradley Cooper.
Newcomers both making miraculous, can't rip your eyes away debuts.
I'm a showman. It's what I'm meant to do. Gross.
So, I guess in terms of not giving any of the plot away, I have no idea what the film's about, but there's a lot of praise, which makes me pretty keen for it. Like, I'm actually going to put this on my list and check it out really soon. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you think. See, this is why we do this, to find films that I didn't know existed that are probably pretty damn good. Alright, next up, 9th, Power of the Dog. This is Benedict Cumberbatch, I believe. Yeah, it is, and I did not see this one either. This is a Netflix film. I didn't check out the trailers for this one because I knew it was something that I was going to want to see, but unfortunately just something I didn't get around to. 2022 is going to be my movie year. I'm going to be watching all the stuff that I've missed, and hopefully getting a lot of videos and content out for you guys as well, and this one's definitely up there with something that I've been pretty excited for. We've also got Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons in here, and you've got Cody Schmidt-McPhee, who's acting in heaps of films. I think the first thing I saw him in was The Road with Viggo Mortensen, which is another incredible film that you need to check out. Nightmare Alley. Alright, let's have a look at this. This is directed by Guillermo del Toro, so like, bruh. I didn't even know he had a movie coming out this year, and I love him. An ambitious carny with a talent for manipulating people with a few well-chosen words hooks up with a female psychiatrist who is even more dangerous than he is. That looks like it's releasing January 21st, though. You're lying to me, IMDb. You're lying.
Mentiroso.
I'm guessing it may be released earlier in another country, but January 21st, 2022, that is going into the calendar. Awesome. Then House of Gucci. So this was also directed by Ridley Scott. He had a big year. I have heard some mixed reviews on this one as well, but it was something that I was pretty keen for. Again, the cast looks fantastic. The trailers are really cool. I love Adam Driver to no end, and Lady Gaga in her acting career has been incredible as well. So I was really keen for this one. Just haven't had a chance to check it out. We've also got some other big names in the cast like Selma Hayek, Jared Leto in full-on makeup. Like, look at this guy. What is this? Like, how does he do it? He's also just turned 50 and he looks incredible, so I don't know, man. I don't know how he does it. He's a vampire, which is probably why they cast him as Morbius.
I am Venom. I'm just kidding, it's Dr. Michael Morbius.
Moving on. 83. This is a movie about cricket.
Cross on.
Yep, let's move on. Tick, Tick, Boom. I love Andrew Garfield. He's fantastic. This is directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. and it's adapting the story of the writer of Rent, I believe it is, and I haven't seen that musical either, but I'm seeing a lot of scenes, a lot of music come out of this film, and Andrew Garfield learned how to sing for this, I believe, too, and I love that. It's on my Netflix list. It has a fantastic cast as well, with your leading people being Andrew Garfield and Vanessa Hudgens. Reviews for it were really, really positive. The performances looked like they were fantastic. This is definitely something that I was really keen to check out and upset that I missed. Swan Song was an Apple original film with Mahershala Ali. In the near future, a terminally ill man explores a heart-wrenching, emotionally complex solution to save his wife and son from grief by duplicating himself without them knowing. Like, that sounds awesome. I am really keen for this. I love Mahershala Ali, but yeah, this is definitely one that's gone on the list. Next up, The Hand of God. So this is set in the 1980s. I'm not familiar with this film at all. Young Fabietto pursues his love for football as family tragedy strikes, shaping his uncertain but promising future as a filmmaker. That sounds really interesting. Not familiar with the cast at all, but let's go ahead and check out the trailer.
Fabietto, è tempo di guardare il futuro.
Ooh, that music! Alrighty, another one that I can get really excited about. So this is already on Netflix, it looks like, so definitely something that I'm going to check out really soon. This is awesome. We got two films here that I didn't know existed that I am actually really, really keen to see. Tragedy of Macbeth. Now this is right up my alley, man. Like, we've got Joel Cohen directing Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand, telling a story of Macbeth. It's all black and white in a 4:3 aspect ratio. Like, this film looks incredible.
Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent.
This film looks incredible. Like, look at these shots, man. Like, just looking through the trailer, it is just a visual masterpiece. I'm so excited to see this. Very much a coming up next film. And I believe it's an Apple original too. I don't know when it's coming onto Apple TV, but if I can go check it out in cinemas, I will. If I can get there, it'll be awesome. If not, I can't wait to see it. Mother Android. Ooh, that's, I think, probably the lowest reviewed film we've seen so far. Let's have a look here. I feel bad for Chloe Grace Moretz. Like, she's taken on a lot of not great roles since being Hit Girl. It's not that she's not a good actor, like, everything that I've seen that she's done has been fine, I suppose, but reviews are already really, really low for it. So, in a post-apocalyptic world rocked by a violent android uprising, a young pregnant woman and her boyfriend desperately search for safety. It seems like it could be pretty interesting, but again, based on reviews, doesn't look like it did all that well. So I think we'll pop that on the not that interested list. Antlers, horror films. You know, I actually want to get into horror quite a bit more, but I've struggled with it for a really long time. Like, it's just one of those things that affects me too much, so I just can't, I can't get into it. But if you guys have any ideas of horror films that I can use to kind of drip feed myself into that universe, that'd be great, because it's definitely something I want to experience a little bit more. In an isolated Oregon town, a middle school teacher and her sheriff brother become embroiled when her enigmatic student, whose dark secrets lead to terrifying encounters with an ancestral creature. I mean, it seems kind of cool. Reviews aren't amazing for it, but I think that's usually the case with horror films. They don't tend to do great critically, but they tend to get a big cult following too. Back to the Outback. Let's have a look at this. Anyway, Home Sweet Home Alone. Why? You can go watch any other YouTuber talk about this film. I am not going to do it. Come on. So let's see if this is another one that can blow my mind and add to my list. All right, we've got Joaquin Phoenix and Black and White. I'm already sold. When his sister asks him to look after her son, a radio journalist embarks on a cross-country trip with his energetic nephew to show him a life away from Los Angeles. Yeah, I'm not even going to watch the trailer for that. I'm adding that to my list. That looks really cool. I love this poster. It's cute. From what I can see here, this looks like it was really well received. And obviously you've got Joaquin Phoenix in there, who's incredible as well. So yeah, definitely something I'm going to check out. And then The Novice. So let's see what this is about. A thriller. Highly rated. Awesome, great start. A college freshman joins a university rowing team and undertakes an obsessive physical and psychological journey to make it to the top varsity boat, no matter the cost. I love it. I love films that delve into people's like psyche. When I read that, I'm getting kind of like Black Swan or Whiplash kind of vibes too, where it's going to be somebody who's going to try and get to the top while, you know, yeah, no matter the cost. Like, it's that kind of film, and I love those two films a lot. So this is something that actually will add to my list too. All right, next up we have King Richard, which is Will Smith playing Venus and Serena Williams' dad, I think, telling the story of how they grew up. I heard some really great things about this film, and I've heard that it's one of his best performances ever. I've seen a couple of trailers for it, which looked really great. Like, this was something that, yeah, was on my list. Definitely something that I want to make sure I check out. The Harder They Fall came to Netflix a few weeks ago as well. This looks fantastic. I love me a Wild West film, and look at this poster. Like, this is just beautiful. But the cast here is incredible. So this was something that I really wanted to see. I've heard some great stuff about it. And this is on Netflix too, so probably one of the ones that I'll check out sooner rather than later. I've heard incredible things about Finch. Interestingly, it looks like it didn't do too great on Metascore, but Tom Hanks is incredible. You know, Tom Hanks and robots, you can't really go wrong. Everything that I've seen pop up in terms of like Apple original content too has been fantastic. This is directed by Miguel Sapochnik. He directed some of the best episodes of Game of Thrones that were ever put to screen. So he's fantastic. And obviously you've got Tom Hanks in the titular role there as well. This is absolutely something that I want to check out. Then we have old M. Night Shyamalan trying to make a comeback. Like, I feel bad for the guy. Like, he comes in and then out and then in and then out. Sometimes he does something good and sometimes he does something bad. I heard that this was kind of on the bad side of things that he did. I was really interested in this film. When I saw the first trailer, I thought, okay, cool, I'll give this a crack. But from feedback from like friends and family, like this just seemed like it was kind of bleh. Then we had Pig. This is one that is definitely on my list. Nicolas Cage is doing, you know, Nicolas Cage things. I have no idea what this film is about, and I've avoided trailers and speculation and talking about it because I wanted to go in as blind as possible. I did see that it did quite well. Of course, you can see that the Metascore here at 82 and IMDb rating is, you know, pretty above average too. I won't sit and talk about that one too much more, but yeah, like, I'm really keen for that. So, that was a breakdown of a bunch of films that came out last year that I didn't actually see at all. If there's a bunch that you haven't seen and you've also found some stuff that you want to check out as well, be sure to hit the like button. If there's any other films that I didn't actually get a chance to cover that you reckon are worth a watch, be sure to let me know in the comments as well. And feel free to subscribe if you want to get more videos like this one. Have a great 2022. I'll see you in the next video.